Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to study the last part of our first chapter, which is about enriching the nutrients to the soil. Today we will learn about enriching the nutrients in the soil manually as well as naturally. That is by adding manures and fertilizers to the soil and through leguminous plants. And also we will find out how the nutrients are returned to the soil naturally. On lands where farming is carried out, farmers add chemical fertilizers as well as manure to the fields to enrich the soil with nutrients. These nutrients need to be added from time to time to enrich the soil. But there is a difference between manure and fertilizers. Manures are organic substances. They are natural and they are obtained from the organic matter of plants and animals. They increase the soil fertility and they do not harm the soil as well as the plants. Whereas fertilizers are synthetic chemicals. They are synthesized on large scale in the factories. Obviously, they are rich in nutrients, they increase the soil fertility, but their excessive use is harmful to the plants. Another method for adding nutrients to the soil, especially nitrogen, is crop rotation. What is done in crop rotation? Leguminous plants are grown in between the usual crops. Why leguminous plants? In the previous lecture, we have seen a special relationship between Rhizobium bacterium and the root nodules of leguminous plants. The Rhizobium bacterium has a speciality to convert the complex form of atmospheric nitrogen into simpler form, which is soluble and is easily absorbed by the roots of the plants. In this way, by adding these plants with the crops, increases the nitrogen content of the soil. So far we have seen that green plants can make their own food and non-green plants depend on others for their food. Whatever additional nutrients these plants need, they absorb them from the soil. Now the question is, how do the nutrients get added to the soil? We have seen that manually we can add nutrients to the soil through manures and fertilizers and through crop rotation. But in nature, how the nutrient balance is done. For this, we have to focus on decomposers. Decomposers are saprophytic organisms like bacteria and fungi. And in the last lecture, we have seen that decomposers or saprophytes feed on the dead and decaying organic matter. That is the dead bodies of plants and animals. So in this way, they decompose the dead remains of plants and animals into simple substances. And these simple substances are again absorbed by plants in the form of nutrients. Let's see this nutrient cycle. Here, these are the producers, that is the green plants. These are consumers, that is the animals. And this is the soil and mineral content. Now the minerals from the soil are absorbed by the green plants through roots, and these plants are eaten by the animals, whether herbivore, omnivore, carnivore. Then when these animals and plants die, the decomposers feed on their dead bodies. And after feeding, they convert their complex nutrients into the simpler ones, and these nutrients get mixed in the soil and thus return back to the soil. These nutrients are then again absorbed by the plants and plants are eaten by the animals again. In this way, the whole cycle continues. Thus, we have studied so far the different modes of nutrition in plants: autotrophic, heterotrophic, a special relationship that is symbiosis, how the nutrients are added to the soil, and how they return back to the soil naturally. Thus, we finish our first chapter. Hope you have understood the chapter. Thank you.